say a week's a long time in football. If you just had 2 weeks like Everton have had getting beat at Bournemouth and then at home to Sheffield United, we can confirm it's a very long time in football. To make matters worse, next up, it's Man City at home. But I am glad to go.
It's got something in my eye. Just very quickly, start the video. I've gone already, yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad to be joined by Matt Jones.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he'll put a cheery spin on whatever we've got to look forward to the weekend.
You say a week's a long time in footy, mate. This time last week we were sat outside in the sun.
We were. Waiting for the happy hour?
Yeah, waiting for the happy hour, looking ahead to the game, thinking, it's been a bit of a shit week, but you know, we'll be fine. Sheffield United, we've got a sound home record. I think it was Dave's prediction, 4-1.
4-1, yeah. Didn't quite come off like that.
No, not quite, but you know, this is Everton and mad things happen.
It is, yeah. I mean, just look back quickly on that, because I know it's been touched upon, as the Bournemouth game was a lot, and all the other Blue Room stuff, but I was thinking to Marco Silva's post-match stuff, and he basically said, yeah, you know what, we were unlucky not to get anything out of that game, and they were lucky to win it. And if you look at the stats, it does kind of bear out what he said. 70-30 to us, we had 16 shots, only 3 on target. The best stat for me though is they had 1 shot on target and scored 2 goals.
I mean, that is Everton.
That's classic Everton.
That is Everton.
Do you know what, I would have preferred if they'd won 1-0 with no shots on target. That would have been brilliant.
I'm sure someone did that last season, I think Burnley maybe.
That sounds very Burnley.
Yeah, I think someone scored 2 own goals against them or something like that, and they won 2-1,
but I mean, the stats bear them out. But anyone who saw the game, I don't think anyone would agree that we deserved anything out of it, because we were just toothless again, weren't we?
Yeah, I think it's probably one of them, whereas if you're a manager, I think they probably see games like that different to how we do as supporters, really. I think, obviously, we're more prone to just getting dead frustrated and having enough and having a go at the players, and, you know, it's one of them where you sort of, you know, the line I imagine that would have been said on Goodison Road and glad after the game was, well, you can't take your chances, you don't deserve to win games and all that kind of thing. But you're right, you know, the stats show that we dominated, but it was just one of them where you never really felt like we were going to get back into it.
No.
And even though those little openings and, you know, those little passages you play where we pinned them back, it was never completely sustained. You never looked at them and thought, you know, they're really out of shape and struggling, and, you know, like the legs are starting to go a little bit here. It was all very solid and assured, and it became quite predictable for Everton, didn't it? You know, they put Phil Walks on a right back immediately, which I don't think anyone saw coming. But, you know, we had 2 wide players, 2 up front, Sigurdsson dropped deeper, and it was just a case of lashing the ball into the box, and they were absolutely sound with that. But dead disappointment. And the thing for me, mate, which is the most disappointing about it all, is that I sort of looked at this fixture before the season started, then it got moved to 5:30 on the Saturday, and you're thinking, that'll be great. That you know, the champions coming, you know, hopefully we'll have a good start. The atmosphere's been boss at Goodison Park so far this season. You sort of rubbing your hands together, thinking, I can't wait for that one. Whereas now everyone's sort of resigned to it. I'm resigned to it after the fact. You know, we're resigned to it against a team that are unbelievable. Let's not, you know, let's get that right. But they lost the last Premier League away game to Norwich City, and they've got 1 centre half.
Yeah.
And you think, you know, we should really be relishing this one. And I don't know if that'll change before we get close to the game. I know I've got a bit there, but hopefully when everyone gets in the boozer on Saturday and gets up to the ground, we'll be feeling a bit more optimistic and it'll make for a better atmosphere.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I think when we looked at this fixture, like you said, we thought after the opening run we had, we'd be thereabouts. Yeah. We'd be I probably imagine City won every game. I don't know, maybe we had a couple of points less than them, because I think we thought we were going to take a hell of a lot more points and we'd be maybe where Bournemouth are now. Yeah. You know, up that sort of region, but it's not panned out like that. And I think for me, these last 2 results, they just knocked the stuffing out of everyone, because it's been that disappointing to lose the 2 on the spin when we can never seem to win 2 on the spin, and to lose them like that to those teams. It's just a bit, it's so demoralising. So to see this one come up next on the back of City, blathering Watford 8-0. I mean, I don't want to tempt fate, but no, I won't say it. It's one we're looking at now with trepidation, and we shouldn't be. Yeah, we should be. Like we should be relishing it, shouldn't we? Yeah, we should be well up for it. This is the sort of game. I mean, historically, even the atmosphere is generally pretty good against Man City. I know we've not beat them in a while, like. Yeah. But since the 4-0, wasn't it? Yeah. But you know, for anyone who subscribes to the Blue Room Extra stuff, I spoke to Steve Tudor. I'm sure you're all aware of on Twitter. He's always having spats of Reg. He's dead sound, Steve. And he was essentially saying that whenever they see Everton on the fixture list, home or away, obviously we've not won there for a while now, but he always gets a sense of,
it's going to be a tough game. And even in light of the fact that we've had a few poor results recently, he said you can see this being a tough game for them on Saturday as well. So it was funny. He said, asked him about the 8-0 against Watford, and he said, could have easily been 2-0 down after 5 minutes, or it could have easily been 2-2 after 5 minutes. It's like, you would have been sound anyway, could have scored on six goals on top of that. But no, it's a massive ask, isn't it? It's a huge ask, but we have beaten some good sides, Goodison Park this year. We have got players who have got on the counter-attack. I'm sure we'll get to talk about the specifics of the game in a bit, but for me it's all about how we start this game. You need to start it really well and make sure they get on the front foot. Yeah, just to go back to City's sort of the fact that we've got some sort of hoodoo over them, it's not really founded in anything now anymore. I think we had a few good results under Moyes, and we did turn them over quite a few times, but I was looking at the stats now. Historically, 186 games played. We've won 68, drawn 47, and they've won 71 now. That does surprise me, actually. Yeah, we were well ahead, I think, for about 10 years ago, maybe. But the last time we beat them in the league was Kean, the 4-0. Before that, it was when we beat them 2-0 in 2012-13. That was the last time we beat them in the league. Was that the Yelovich? That was the Yelovich, yeah. Just effing it. Just effing it. Well, I don't know if we can swear on these or not, so probably leave that out. I'm not sure, but I'll try and get that video up. If I can. If not, get the video up. Here it is. But yeah, so they seem to have this idea that we're going to go and really give them a game, when in reality we've not done that in a long time. But have we got a team like that? We would always, as in someone who we're always a bit wary of, but we always seem to beat. For me, it's just anyone we ever beat. This has got to end more today than we were. Watford, mate. Well, they beat us last season, didn't they? Yeah, they never won at Goodison Park, have they? No. I was going to say West Ham, but they beat us last season. Yeah. God, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. I've realised now I've got Watford in the cup, haven't I? Totally jinxed that one there. But I just think I think sometimes as fans you have bad memories, don't you, of certain places where you've been. And like I imagine that any season ticket holders at Man City during that spell where I think we went there 4 years in a row and won. Yeah. You sort of get it in your head, don't you? Like, oh God, it's these again. When you think back to that time where it really went badly for you. So I think it's just I think City fans, obviously now they're challenging for titles and everything, but I think they've still got that little bit of an Evertonian mentality where they sort of think like things could go wrong here and you sort of always expecting the worst. So maybe they've got a little bit of royal blue in them as opposed to the sky blue. Yeah, you'd always be thinking like if anyone can mess this situation up, it's us, we can do that. Which is mad, they've got 198 points over the course of the last 2 seasons, so it just goes to show that they don't mess things up very often. No, I was speaking to a Red in work before, and he was sort of saying his bottle's already gone. Because he was saying, do you want City to win at the weekend? I was like, well, no, it's way too early in the season for that. If it was in April, come back to me. Yeah. But it's way too early for that. But I was sort of saying that the way Liverpool play there, they've just been relentless and they don't look like slipping up. But City always look. I think City are the better team overall, and they can be more devastating as they showed last week. But they've always got a bit of a rick in them, and that's what we need to exploit tomorrow. Like you said, on Saturday, like you said, they've got one centre back. It's one of them, isn't it, where they could be kicking off at Goodison Park and be 8 points behind Liverpool. Because Liverpool got Sheffield United away in the early game, which might be a tough game for them, but you'd usually back them to go there and win pretty comfortably. And while none of us want them to win the league, if you think about this game against City in isolation, and Liverpool are 8 points ahead of them. Yeah. It's mad to say when going into week 8 of the season, but there's massive pressure on them to win that. Yeah, because when you're in a league where you've got to get 98 or 97 or 100 points to win the title, the margin for error is so small, and you look at it and think, well, where are Liverpool going to drop 8 points over the course of 30 games, given how decent they are and the standard of the league? So all of a sudden, there's massive pressure on them going into that game. So you know, while Liverpool winning is not something obviously we want at all in any circumstances, if they get the job done on Saturday lunchtime kick-off, City are under pressure at Goodison. Goodison's rocking a little bit. You just don't know, and I think the defeatist attitude a lot of us have got, the sort of was, you know, preceded by the Sheffield United results. I imagine we'll cease a little bit by the time we're all going into the ground on Saturday, and we'll be walking up to Goodison. You know, we all do it, don't we? Thinking, do you know what?
Yeah.
I could just see us maybe do something here again today. But,
couple of pints in, or do you know what, we might just sneak this.
Exactly, exactly, mate, yeah.
I think that is important, though. As you said, it's the start we make to the game, because everyone will be up for it. I've no doubt from the start, because as you say, it's our 5 kick-off. People might have even been out since midday watching the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably will.
Yeah.
I might if I can. So everyone will be well up for it. But then if we start flat or they get an early goal, I think that'll just knock the stuffing out of us completely. And this team has shown that it's not really got the character or the ability, it seems, to come back from being a goal down against anyone. So asking that of a team like Man City, it's going to be a lot to ask if we go behind.
Yeah, and that's where the manager's got a challenge, I think, hasn't he? Because he will look at it and sort of think, you know, this was a wrestling with this myself on the way over, sort of thinking about what we're going to talk about today. Because in one sense you think, you know, you want to stay in the game for as long as possible against these. To go 4-3-3 and take, you know, the number 10 out, I'd play Iwobi left, Richarlison right, Calvin through the middle, and just go Davis, Delph and Schneiderlin midfield, just pack that and try and stay in the game. Or you try and seize a bit of early momentum and try and put them on the back foot and test out that defence. But if you do that, as we saw a couple of seasons ago when Allardyce, mad for some bizarre reason, went 4-4-2 for the first time ever, and you 3-0 down after 20 minutes and the game's over, because you know they are that good. And I think that's where I think, you know, we're going to do predictions in it, but I think that's where they ultimately get the better of us. I sort of expect Everton to play well in this game and test them out, but you know, you look at the attacking quality they've got, and even without Sana, you know, it looks like De Bruyne has come back and is genuinely better than ever. Bernardo Silva, I think, was unlucky not to be in the conversation for player of the season last year. You know, I think he had quite a bad start to the season. He scored a hat-trick last week, so he's back in the groove against Sterling. Obviously, it's, you know, there's so much quality there for them, but I think that's where Silva's got to have a good think about it. But I think he just needs to make sure he doesn't get caught in between the two. Commit to one of those strategies. If you're going to sit in, make sure you do it properly. If you're going to get after them, make sure you go full high press, try and get the crowd behind you. I think if you get twixt in between the two, that's where we could come undone a little bit. Yeah,
I sort of mentioned before the Sheffield game when he made the changes at right back and Sigurdsson and Schneiderlin coming out. I fully expect all three to be back in. On Saturday.
Do you think Sigurdsson will play?
I think he will, I think he'll just revert back to type, and that's kind of a little bit what terrifies me, because I just think he'll go back to the same old tired formation that's just not getting us anywhere anymore, and we'll struggle.
I think the 2 goals we scored in midweek, obviously they're scored by Calvert-Lewin, but the space for both of them is made by
Tom Davis made
Davis in the first one into the area, drags the defender away, and Iwobi for the second one. In that second goal, how many times we've seen Bernard get that ball on the left channel like that, and he'll look up and there'll be no one. The only ball he'll ever have is Digne going around the outside. He'll look up and there'll be a centre forward in the box, and he'll have 2 or 3 defenders around him, and Sigurdsson will be on the edge of the box. If you've got a fella like Iwobi who's driving in field, you know, he just unsettles teams. And I think that's what Iwobi can definitely give us in that position. But like I said, if you put play Iwobi there, you're sacrificing a man in midfield, and all of a sudden you've got, you know, David Silva, De Bruyne, and probably Rodri, won't it? 3 against 2 in there, and you know that's where you can get undone very quickly against these. So big dilemma for him, and it's going to be interesting to see how he goes with it.
And that's what he gets paid the big bucks for.
It is, mate. Yeah,
so,
it is. Yeah.
So should we look at predictions?
Right. I remember what score I predicted. I can't remember who was that said the score. I think it was Richarlison. Richarlison. There we go.
So what score?
2-1 to Man City, unfortunately, mate.
Oh, I thought you said 3.
It's fine. 3-1 to Man City.
3-1. I get this wrong every single time. Something goes wrong all the time.
You know, that's what happens, 3-1 to Man City. I think it might, I don't know.
I'll check the WhatsApp.
I think it doesn't matter now, does it, anyway? You know, people forgive us for these sorts of things. Good films, such lovely locations. Look at this. Got the museum behind us and everything today.
Another sunny day.
Belter, it's really good.
Half an hour to happy hour now.
There we go, But I think, like I said, I expect us to play well. I expect us to feed off the energy of the crowd. But ultimately, I reckon they're just going to be a bit too good. And I think you look at them, and I think what's made them so good under Guardiola is that when they have had setbacks, they've responded dead well to them. You know, that Norwich game, it's 3-2. They've lost one of the best defenders in the league in Laporte. John Stone goes down injured. You're thinking this could unravel for a side that aren't mentally strong, but they go to Shakhtar, do a job 3-0, smash United a few days later, and then they go and just coast past Preston in the week as well. So I think they respond to the setbacks really well. We'll make it hard for them, but I can see them just having a bit too much, unfortunately.
Alright, well, 4-3-1 and Richarlison to score, 3-1 to Man City and Richarlison to score. The odds were 35-1, but it's been fan boosted to 45-1, so £10 will get you 450 quid back if that comes in, which would soften the blow.
It was.
I think. Yeah. I've gone to Moyes Kean to score again.
I think he'll start or off the bench?
Off the bench probably. But yeah, I think we're just going to back him now until he scores.
Yeah. Keep going, yeah.
Well, there's that thing that Alan Cork did years ago when he said he was growing his beard until he scored a goal, and he ended up with his beard like this. So I might do something like that. I'm going to say 2-1 defeat. It all seems a bit downbeat this, but I honestly can't see us winning. I just can't.
Yeah, I think you just want to see something positive. Don't you go into that?
Yeah.
Because that Burnley game feels like it's huge for us because it's going to test us out in so many different ways. You just want to be able to take something into that game, whether it's a good performance, someone getting a goal, or all that kind of stuff. And you know, if we won, it would be absolutely enormous for this team. It would be huge for us to get a victory in a game like this. But I think it might just be a bit too much for us.
Yeah. Well, 2-1 to Man City and Kean to score. It was 31-1, now 41-1, and £10 gets you £410 back. You can only bet a maximum of £25 on the FansBoosted odds, and if you put £25 on both of ours or either of ours, we'll get you well over £1,000 back.
There you go.
Which is enough to get a holiday in May when we will all definitely this was a start of May to go away for 2 weeks.
The way it's going, mate, maybe before May, we might need to look at April to be honest, yeah.
Swear the Goodison derby.
I was going to say, I've already looked up when the Goodison derby is, yeah, so they can't win it against, I think it's May, sorry, it starts in March or something like that, so
it's not too soon.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
God, you never know. If you want any of those odds, go to fansbet.com, and remember, FansBet give 50% of the profits to supporter causes, which is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I think that's all. Anything more you want to get off your chest before tomorrow, Saturday?
The Moyes Kean flag looks boss.
It does, doesn't it? It looks good.
That's obviously Greg from the County Road Bobblers, which is a great name, by the way. Came on and had a chat about it, spoke really well about it. So, you know, nice to see those sorts of things. And I think I really like the fact that having had like a fan base, or you know, certainly the Goodison fan base, which hasn't really had much of an identity in recent years, it's good that we're sort of getting that terrace culture back with stuff like the originals, with the Gladys Street 38 flags and this sort of thing as well. So nice to see these fan initiatives and certainly fans getting behind fantastic causes like that.
Yeah, you're always going to have people who moan about it and stuff, yeah, exactly. But you know, it needs to be done. I think anyone who harks back to the sort of organic atmosphere of the 80s, I mean, I would argue it probably wasn't even that good then. Yeah. Just until certain games, it's just not going to happen like that now. Yeah. It's just not going to happen. So
yeah, more of it.
More power to them, definitely. Yeah. Right, cheers, Matt.
Pleasure, mate, as always.
If you like this, subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe, whatever. Get your mates to subscribe as well. Leave any comments you want to in the comments below. Try not to be too brutal, and we will see you next time.